Well, well, well. What do we have here? An incident at TwitchCon with one of the largest streamers, Emiru, getting assaulted at a TwitchCon meet and greet. We can pull up the video, right? Here's the video itself. Let me take a look. So yeah, that dude just randomly just like fucking walks up on her and seemingly just like kisses her out of nowhere. Like, that's great, fantastic. Good job, Twitch. I thought you guys were gonna have increased security. What happened? Bro was just allowed to walk up and shit. I mean, bro in the fucking I don't know who bro with the blue hair is. Is this like a security guy? I mean, we're gonna get Emiru's testimony from her soon enough. We'll take a look at what she says. But why didn't you fucking shove off the guy? That's a little interesting. Now, okay. Let's say, hypothetically, because I don't know if that's like a Twitch staffer or some other fucking dude. I don't know. Fearing a lawsuit or some shit. Who the fuck gives a fuck about any of that shit? Just fucking, dude. Bro was just allowed to just randomly fucking walk up and just fucking start kissing her, which is assault. That's sexual assault. It's just fucking abhorrent. Like, and from what I understand, the dude was also able to cut into fucking line as well, which is that's great. That's fantastic. Now, obviously, we can talk about a lot of the root bases and sort of consequences of this. Parasociality. We can talk about the economy, because it's as bad as it is. It has incentivized a lot of these, I don't know, like weird parasocial freaks to be significantly more like lonely, shut in, and isolated because of economic problems that are going on. We could do wider, broader systemic critiques, but the buck stops at Twitch at this point, right? Like, they said that they were going to have additional security measures being taken at Twitch, and guess that all fucking failed. Ended up failing. I find it very funny, though. I have to comment on this real quick. I find it very funny that Henya, who is a large independent VTuber, just happens to be caught in the shot of this. Oh no, not like this. But I don't know. What else do we have in this video?
Whoa.
Alright.
That's crazy. Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
Wait, is the dude just allowed to we're not escorting... Wait, where the fuck is the security guard to escort him off the premises? Hello? Huh? Twitch? Huh? And people are wondering why a lot of women streamers are not willing to go onto the premises of Twitch, because this isn't the first time incidents like this have happened. There have been a lot of instances of differing people who went to Twitch parties being fucking roofied and fucking drugged. That's a thing that's also happened. I think a couple of VTubers have talked about this before. Didn't it happen to Amaranth? I believe so. Yes, I think so. Like, there's a lot of really bad, abusive, sussy shit that seemingly is not being accounted for within TwitchCon. By the way, rule of thumb, if you're at a bar and you left a drink somewhere, that's not your drink anymore. Doesn't matter how expensive it was, not your drink anymore. You have no idea if someone decided to go in there and fucking drug that shit, because who knows what industry insiders or random weirdo superfan got in there, roofied your drink, and is trying to fucking rape you or some shit. Which is a very, very fucking common thing that happens. Very, very fucking common, okay? Make sure you're being fucking goddamn responsible. And like you're saying, Boy Meets Mini, all because of low trust society shit. Root bases and root causes. We always have to make these assessments. It's incredibly important. Economy in the fucking shitter. Social isolation at an all-time high. Balkanization at also an all-time high. People are not interacting with one another. Senses of community do not exist with their fellow man. Online spaces are not good replacements for senses of community and socialization for broader humanity. You still have to go out there, touch grass, talk with your fellow humans, talk with your fucking neighbors. instead of just like interacting only with your parasocial arena fucking streamer, okay? Like, you still need to be able to act like a fucking goddamn human. And from what I understand, I believe this dude was just allowed to walk off the fucking premises, like, unaccompanied. He was just allowed to walk off. Now, let's just say, because first off, I think the dude should be fucking arrested, or at the very least, escorted off with security or personnel, okay? Like, get him the fuck off, alright? Get, like, shoo, go away, fuck you. You should not be there. Like, you just assaulted someone. What the fuck are you doing? A lot of people are going to talk about why aren't the cops being involved in this. And if I were to make a bet, I bet it's because they don't want to do the fucking paperwork. Let's be quite honest here. They don't want to fucking do the goddamn paperwork. And if not enough of a fucking stink is made about this, they're probably not going to get involved in any of this stuff. Definitely should have been escorted off with a fucking security like team or like some form of like security apparatus. Like, the fact that because again, like, why are you just letting the guy roam free in the con? There's a bunch of other women streamers there. Who the fuck knows if that guy just randomly decides to assault another one of them? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the potential case. Like, or maybe like there's also a potential that someone lies about that. Highly doubt it, but you don't let someone like this, who just did an assault of someone, just walk off the premises without any escort or anything. What the fuck are you doing, Twitch? This is actually fucking insane, dude.
What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened?
He grabbed him.
What happened? Did I film that? I don't.
He said he grabbed her or something.
No way.
So I know that like some people are saying that the dude pulled a knife on her as well in like a very, very blurry image. Maybe it's possible. I don't think so. It might have been a fucking Sharpie or something. Too hard to tell from that blurry of an image, I'll be quite honest. But it's possible, right? This is the sort of Twitch streamer's worst fucking nightmare. Like, let's be quite honest here. You would think security scanners at the door would have caught that knife. Well, we don't know if it was an actual knife. It might have been like a fucking Sharpie or something to get like an autograph or something. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. Weird shit, obviously. Do they have security scanners at TwitchCon? I assume that they would. The bigger issue here is the fact that there was like no security present at all in order to ensure something like that doesn't fucking happen. Like, honestly, that's the bigger fucking issue.
That's why other streamers
Didn't want to come.
Valkyrie Ray Cutie because of.
Right. Oh man, that's insane, and we're right at the front.
If I was a fan, I would protect her.
Wow. That's.
Okay. Just hearing Henya in the back. I'm so sorry. This is a really, really serious situation, but hearing Henya in the back is just making me fucking laugh my ass off. It's just like, oh, she's just like going, she has like no idea what the fuck is going on. It's like, oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Poor tea kettle. She has no idea. Oh no.
It's crazy, dude.
Now scared to go home.
That's crazy.
I'm trying to see when she comes back.
Come on, buddy.
Well, you could still give it to maybe them, but dang, it's crazy. That is insane.
That is insane.
See what happened? Did you catch anything?
I might have filmed it. I was not looking. I kind of like heard a thud, and I was like, "What the heck was that?"
I thought you dropped something.
Yeah, no, the security guard stepped in. That was insane, bro.
I think she's back. I think she's back.
That's freaky,
Oh,
bro.
no.
That's
just
wild.
hearing the high-pitched voice is really funny to me.
There are perks and downfalls to all of it.
I think that's so. She comes back. She continues the meetup. Very, very cool. I suppose after getting fucking assaulted and like Twitch barely doing anything. So More so, I think what's more important to focus on this is, let's be honest here. Yeah, it does say a lot about Twitch culture. Again, Twitch is totally okay with exploiting their top women streamers in order to just go ahead and just get a bunch of simps in. Because again, broader consequences of parasociality being brought about because of the broader sort of isolation that people are feeling because of being alienated from their fucking labor. Right? Like, guys, we're doing the fucking Marxist fucking analysis, okay? We're doing some fucking soy leftard fucking liptard shit, okay? I am a fucking political commentator, okay? This is what I fucking do. But that's why a lot of, like, relationships and behaviors like this are fucking catalyzed, right? That is a root cause for this sort of mentality of, like, very weirdo men basically treating women as, like, well, objects to be put on a pedestal instead of being treated like fucking human beings, right? That's a very common thing. But Twitch, you should know that because you've helped cultivate that sort of dynamic. And there's a reason why it is efficacious for companies to want to cultivate that dynamic. Loyal viewers and a lot of money, subs, advertisements, what have you, merch purchases as well, subscriptions, blah 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 blah. That means a lot of fucking money farming from the fucking parasocial people and the fucking goddamn simps. But the bigger problem is that Emiru was required to do a meet and greet in order to keep her TwitchCon show. I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. So I guess very often a lot of big streamers will go onto the main stage of TwitchCon in order to do like a show, have activities, what have you. Like they'll just plot like a something. Like, I mean, Gavin Newsom, for fuck's sake, was also there at fucking TwitchCon. He was yucking it up with some partner streamers. I think he went into the VIP partner lounge thing where it's not just like most partners, it's like the most top level of partners were able to go on there in order to speak with Gavin Newsom, which is very interesting. Very content brained of Gavin. He just wants to like yap with a bunch of people. You keep on your fucking goddamn shit, Gavin. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Boy Meets Mini. I don't think Gavin Newsom cares all that much about the No Kings protests. Yeah, he should have probably gone to the No Kings protest, but he wants to go to TwitchCon instead. Yuck it up with some fucking goddamn stream. I mean, there's probably a No Kings protest at San Diego. Let's be honest, there's probably one there. But more so, what I want to talk about is the sort of coercive relationship that's being seemingly talked to about. Like, let's be quite honest here. And that's, like, again, another knock on Twitch. Seemingly, this was coercive. Oh, you have to do the fucking meet and greet if you want to fucking keep your show. It's just like, well, that's a little interesting. I thought we cared about our fucking streamers and content creators here, Twitch. What happened? What do we have here?
So I had to cancel my meet and greet because of the stuff. But in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel her show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours. Because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my
Emmy.
meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be
I'm
fine.
sorry, Emmy.
I'm sure everyone will be nice.
So
Well, unfortunately, everyone was not nice. Oh, no. Sad moments before disaster. No. Oh, no. Damn. Yeah, it's an inherently sort of coercive relationship that's being put on here. Again, TwitchCon is probably going to make quite a lot of money because a lot of people are going to want to come in order to do fucking meet and greets with their favorite sort of like streamer. And okay, here's the thing. Meet and greets are not the fucking problem if you're going to provide security and detail for the streamers. These are incredibly popular, prominent fucking people, right? Like, You need to protect them. You're already having issues with people not showing up to TwitchCon, which is TwitchCon NA, which is obviously the biggest convention for Twitch on the fucking goddamn platform. You need to have security there because, again, Twitch is wholeheartedly aware of the current, like, environment that we're in right now. We're gonna get to what Tom Clancy's been saying. We're gonna get to him with the interview that he had with specifically with Taylor Lorenz. We're gonna get there eventually. But, like, you are wholeheartedly aware of the current environment that is in existence right now, that you've had a hand in cultivating. You've had a hand here. You are owned by Amazon, and they've also had a hand in cultivating this environment. You should be prepared for that and be aware that, oh, there's going to be a lot of parasocial fucking weirdos. Yeah, Cutie Cinderella, Valkyrie, Pokey, these are some of Twitch's largest content creators who decided to not show up to TwitchCon because of all the fucking weirdos that are out there. Hassan, a little bit of a different reasoning. He was definitely going to go there because, like, he's not going to have as many fucking parasocial weirdos as most women streamers because, again, a lot of these people are fucking misogynists. And that's part of the reason why they are so readily recusant. I think recusant is the correct term here to want to do assault. In terms of Hassan, his haters are psychopaths. Who knows what they might potentially try to pull at the fucking con if they know that there is a fucking goddamn... If Hassan is there specifically. Like, who knows what they could potentially pull. They might even fucking pull a gun. Yeah, schizophrenic, like, Asmongold, Tectone, Destiny, Ethan Klein, and I don't know who else you can throw in there. A lot of these, like, weirdo fucking commentary channel viewers, like, these complete, utter, like, heinous tubers, and schizophrenic fucking right-wing loser freaks, who basically, like, have ginned up idiotic conspiracy theories, about, like, say, Hassan in order to, I don't know, try to discredit him or whatever. But that's, like, a whole other different story specifically for Hassan. I think Hassan made the correct decision to not show up to TwitchCon because of the rather idiotic hate campaign that's been seemingly ginned up against him. But let's just keep going. So, Emiru also talked about Twitch banning her favorite security guard. Had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon. He asked him to stop, so he grabbed the guy but didn't hurt him and got perma-banned from the venue. That's a little interesting. Now, why don't we do some assessment for as to what's going on? Okay, so the security guard is doing his job, right? Doing his job. If there's a hypothetical lawsuit, let's say, against Twitch, against TwitchCon, what would be the argument specifically of the stalker? The argument would be this random guy who was, like, around Emiru decided to fucking grab me and, like, shove me off of, like, Emiru because I only just wanted to talk with her or whatever. I wasn't, like, following her in any weird way. Unless there's film of that, of like a consistent pattern of, say, behavior of the guy filming around, or like seemingly milling about around where Emiru is, he can make the argument that essentially the security guard grabbed him out of nowhere. That's an argument that can be made. And since there is no evidence to suggest that this guy was seemingly a very weird parasocial fucking stalker, there is a case that can be made there to a judge. And as a result, Twitch probably doesn't want to deal with any fucking sort of, like, lawsuits associated with that, so they decided to punish the fucking security guard. Terrible move, by the way. I don't agree with that. Because Twitch can make the counter-argument saying that is private security that Emiru has hired herself, because I'm assuming that that is possibly the case. I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, also, yeah, Twitch has billions. They can definitely fight that lawsuit. They have Amazon's lawyers. Yeah, exactly, Boy Meets Mini. But we're going along with the hypothetical here in terms of like what potentially could play out in terms of the court of law. We all know that depending on the judge, the jury, the jurisdiction, anything can fucking happen. Like, anything can happen if you just make a good enough fucking argument. Or who knows if even the stalker guy would be able to, would go ahead with a lawsuit in that particular instance. I'm just trying to see this through the lens of Twitch. And so then I can basically just knock it down. Because this is what I'm doing right now. I'm knocking down Twitch's sort of like, I don't know, fears, right? The argument that Twitch would make is that they would want to avoid a potential lawsuit. Here's the thing. They could make the argument in court saying that that is Emiru's private security detail. Like, we don't have any responsibility for that guy. She hired him. If you have a problem with their conduct and behavior, sue that security sort of company. Not our fucking problem. And that's the super, super, super easy counter argument to, like, whatever that dumbass stalker guy can say. And, cause, like, what would make it bulletproof is if they were filming the guy. Cause it's just like, they're filming the guy, right? And they can prove to him that the dude's acting in really, really fucking strange ways, or at least to like a degree where you can make some form of a fucking argument saying that the dude's being a fucking stalker, and then his ass is grass, he's a stalker, there can be a restraining order, blah, 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 blah. Then he's fucking cooked, right? But again, like you're saying, Boy Meets Mini, it is their event. It's their responsibility to still have security on hand. But I think the reason why they don't want to have that much security is because, A, they can get sued if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, the security doesn't have, like, cams on or something about any of their particular behavior, filming that what they're doing is not necessarily wrong and is standard fucking protocol depending on the behavior of an assailant or a stalker or whatever. You can always do some wacky, tricksy, rhetorical tricks and tactics within court. Again, I'm speaking purely based off of hypothetical scenarios within a court of law, and also they don't want to pay the money for the security detail. Greedy corporations going to greedy corporation. That's always a very, very important factor in all of this. But all this like hypothetical preamble aside, I'm just curious to see what exactly she says here.
I don't think that's true. Okay, maybe I should talk about this. Whatever, who cares? I had a security guard 2 years ago where there was a guy following me around TwitchCon. And he like asked him to stop multiple times. My guard asked him, and the guy wouldn't stop. So he grabbed the guy, but he didn't like hurt him. He was just holding the guy until like the con security came. And then for some reason,
standard, right? Because because again, I'm making a little bit of an assumption here that this security guard is one that Emiru hired herself, right? That's my guess. Because I don't think that TwitchCon, even though they should, is going to hire a personal sort of like security guards for every single large Twitch streamer that is going to go to participate within TwitchCon in of itself, right? That's my suspicion. Again, they should do that. Like, hello? You guys have billions of dollars and you're owned by Amazon. You can fucking afford to do that. But, you know, broader consequences of the profit motive, blah, 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 blah.
And they're like, yeah, because your security guard touched him, he's like permabanned from the venue forever. But he didn't even hit him or anything. He just like held him while they waited for like the police to come. And
that's literally a security like guard's job, by the way. Like, if they can detain a guy, they can try to do that. You can do a citizen's arrest, right? That's a thing that you're allowed to do. And then like specifically you call in the cops, right? Because that's what the actual point of a security guard is. Like, they see some sussy shit going on. If they're not equipped to deal with like violent shit. Like, it's mostly petty stuff is what a security guard is there for, and to report any potential suspicious behavior to the police, right? Like, because obviously police can't be everywhere all at once. Even though they get billions upon billions of dollars, they too also technically have limited amounts of resources. Plus, they're also incredibly fucking lazy. And they're not going to have dudes around, like, literally every part of a city, because a lot of cities tend to be fucking-gantic. So they're not going to have, like, cops literally everywhere around the streets. They'll have some, like, going around and milling about in their fucking vehicles and stuff like that. But, again, like, the point of, like, a security guard is if they can stop a guy from doing a thing, like, just, like, detain him or whatever, then that's fine. They're allowed to do that. It's called a citizen's arrest. You're allowed to do that. That's not a problem. I guess there's, like, a disconnect between, like, protocol of TwitchCon security in comparison to the security guard that Emiru hires. I don't fucking know. There's a whole bunch of different potential scenarios. But the fact that the dude got banned from the venue because of that is a little fucking ludicrous, because, again, like, Twitch is seemingly very fearful of a fucking lawsuit for some reason. Because that's, like, the only thing I can think of for as to why they came to this judgment. It has to be because of fears of a lawsuit. But you could easily just make the counter-argument of being like, there's, like, this is not our fucking guy. He's not a part of our security retinue. Why the fuck are you suing us? Fuck off. And that is that. Like, and then the jury or the judge would just be like, all right, well, this case is fucking dismissed, and they'd move on with their fucking lives. And again, like, doing a lawsuit like that for the random stalker dude, that's going to be very expensive. That's going to be a whole fucking ordeal, and I highly doubt that's going to fucking happen. I'll be quite honest.
And it was, like, my favorite security guard. I can't have him at TwitchCon anymore. I was just okay, like, it was so sad, because he, like...
Who the fuck is a streamer that had zoomer hair, like, a broccoli cut and crashed a car? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about there, AJ. I know that there's a lot of the reasons for as to why the big streamers are not attending TwitchCon is simply due to the fact that there's a bunch of fucking heinous tubers, right? Oh, Jack Dorothy? Oh, that guy's a fucking, yeah. Fucking Jack Dorothy, peak fucking heinous tuber. Fucking hate that guy. That guy's a fucking freak. And yeah, he's crashed like a bunch of fucking cars going like, I don't know, like 150 miles an hour on the fucking highway. He's a complete fucking freak. Complete fucking psychopath. Not basically facing any consequences for his actions. That's a whole different story. Who cares about Jack Dorothy? We're focusing on this specifically. Yeah, so a lot of the reasons for as to why, let's be honest here, a lot of these larger fucking streamers, specifically women, they have a lot of weird fucking haters, and a lot of them are on fucking Kick specifically. A lot of these fucking heinous streamers and heinous tubers are willing to just, like, show up, cause, like, a bunch of, like, I don't know, like, tomfoolery, hooligan behavior. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, what a better term would be to describe these people besides complete, utter weirdos and fucking freaks. Because that's exactly what these people are. They're fucking terrorists. They are psychopaths. These people should not be treated seriously under any fucking circumstance. And they should be generally shunned. Like, let's be honest here. Yeah, thank you, Boy Meets Mini. Yeah, train wrecks, very cool. But here's Emiru's response from the horse's mouth, of course, from the video to talk about what's happening. Because, I mean, she's the fucking victim in all of this. It's good to have her fucking perspective here. Why don't we take a quick read, a quick gander. Hello, everyone. I am okay, and thank you for all the kind messages. Sorry I can't respond to them all. Yesterday, the man who assaulted me was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon and even in front of another creator's meet and greet to grab me and my face and try to kiss me. Fortunately, he wasn't able to, but a lot of people pointed out it could have been a lot worse. Yeah, like, given some of the footage, we don't know exactly what that fucking dude had. Like, he seemingly had, like, a fucking Sharpie in his hand. That's the assumption I'm making from that really one blurry image. Very, very interesting, strange that the dude just decides to pull out a Sharpie for some reason. I don't know. Did he want a fucking autograph after attempting to sexually assault Emiru or some shit? That's a little fucking... a little weird. A little strange. I'm obviously shaken up by what happened, and it's not the first time I've dealt with something like this. But to tell you honestly, I am a lot more hurt and upset by how Twitch handled it during and after the fact. Can't really disagree with that. The dude was able to walk off unescorted, and didn't have, like, any fucking security there just in case some shit happened. Unless the dude with the blue hair was a security guard. I don't know who that fucking dude is. I mean, I'm assuming she's probably going to clarify. Like I said, I don't understand how he was allowed to make it to me in the first place. Yeah, the dude did cut in front of in line and shit like that. That's a thing that also fucking happened. The security in the clip who reacts is my own security. It's true my usual and favorite security guard was banned for holding a stalker's arm to bring him to police. Again, citizen's arrest. This is pretty fucking standard bullshit. I don't know why the fuck he would get banned for doing a citizen's arrest, but okay, very cool. And that was her own security that fucking reacted? Whatever her, like, new security guard that is. Why was the dude not allowed on the stage? Is my question. Like, did fucking Twitch explicitly ask for that? Now I'm a little perplexed. Why? Because the dude, like, we saw the clip, he came in from the backstage a little bit. Like, he was a little off the stage, and he came in to fucking shove the guy off. Which, why was he not allowed on the stage? I'm still wondering. So it wasn't the fucking blue-haired guy. That's a little fucking weird. Interesting. However, there were at least 3 or 4 other TwitchCon security staff in the area who did not react and let the guy walk. What? So the blue-haired guy was that guy a fucking security guard? Huh? Because that's the question. Let me go back to the fucking video. Like, who is this guy? Is this security? Or is this like a fan? Oh, she seems to be talking with him and signing something, right? I think this might be a fan. I think this might just be a fan who's in the meet and greet, and then obviously we see the guy cut in front or whatever. And I tried to go in for the fucking assault. At least that's my sort of assumption. I could be completely wrong about that one. So they let the fucking guy walk away. Again, I think my assumption is correct in that they're just incredibly fearful of a fucking lawsuit. But they would win that lawsuit so easily. Like, it got filmed. And it was caught on film. And it spread on social media. What the dude did was obviously fucking wrong. Like, it's pretty fucking bulletproof. Like, that's so weird. Like, honestly, like, you just have to blame Twitch at this point. Like, this very, very lax security protocols, because I can only assume it's fear of a countersuit. That's all I can think of. Like, I'm just perplexed. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. In the area who did not react and let the guy walk away, as you can see in the clip, they don't even appear in the frame. Very, very cool. I think it's mostly they literally don't care. Honestly, Alex, I think that's fair to say at this point, right? They don't give a shit. Like, so much for that increased fucking security. Very, very cool. The woman who is walking me away is my own personal manager. And behind the booth, the only 2 people who were checking on me and comforting me were her and my friend. None of the TwitchCon staff came to ask what happened or if I was okay. That's actually fucking insane, dude. Yeah, like, again, they cultivate this environment of parasocial fucking freaks and weirdos that has been exacerbated, generally speaking, because of the economy and the broader sort of loneliness, quote-unquote, epidemic that's happening within the United States of America. And they help cultivate these parasocial relationships, and then they aren't, like, unwilling to help provide security when a lot of people express concerns about, like, security. They're not willing to fucking help out. At this point, I can only operate under the assumption that Twitch is just simply in the fucking wrong here. And they just don't seemingly give a shit at all about their large fucking content creators. My friend who was present told me Twitch security were also behind the booth, afterwards joking about how they didn't even see what happened, and immediately laughing and moving on to talking about something else. What the fuck, man? There was a... There was quite a fucking commotion that happened. You guys were just fucking laughing? Really? And talking about something... Really? Okay. Very, very fucking cool. So if no one was checking if I was okay, or if I needed anything, and they let the guy run away initially, I have no idea what anyone hired to keep the event safe was doing, lol. I think it's a pretty obvious statement to have. In Twitch's statement, they said that the guy was immediately caught and detained. Yeah, that is a blatant fucking lie. Let me double check that. Did Twitch actually fucking say that? That's a lie. We saw the video, bro just walked away. This is actually fucking insane, dude. Okay, here's Twitch's statement. In line with existing Twitch security con protocols, law enforcement event security were on site and responded to the incident. No. Emiru said it was her personal security guard that responded to the incident. Oh, they're just lying. Oh my god, they're just gonna lie. This is actually fucking insane. They're lying. We immediately blocked this individual from returning to the TwitchCon premises, and they were banned indefinitely from Twitch. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that sort of indefinite fucking ban, because they're also lying about that. Coordinating with the impacted creators team, and per our standard protocols, continue to cooperate with any law enforcement investigations. Very interesting that they're just straight up. It's just a lie, dude. What weaselly little fucking liars, dude. Fucking the Hassan. We're smashing our desks or our mouses in this particular case. Yeah, they're just lying. It's just a lie. This is insane. We saw clearly in the video. Bro just walked off unescorted and walked off the premises. Unescorted. Who knows if he could have fucking harassed someone else. Actually fucking insane. He was allowed to walk away from my meet and greet, and I didn't hear he was caught until hours after he attacked me. Jesus Christ, bro. And it felt like this only happened because of my manager pressing for it. Oh, the manager had to fucking press for it. It was just hours after? Jesus Christ. And TwitchCon staff didn't do anything about it. Oh, no, bro. Not because TwitchCon staff present thought it was a big deal. I have a lot more I want to say, but I will say it on stream later today instead of writing a book on here. Thank you guys again. Sorry about all that. This is definitely my last TwitchCon. Saddens me that to say as a 10-year off and on attendee of TwitchCon. This is a 10-year as sort of fucking attendee. It's or 10-year anniversary of TwitchCon. It's genuinely insane. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if the motherfucker follows people like Asmongold or Tectone or like a lot of these like misogynist fucking dipshits. We have no idea if this is really the fucking case whatsoever. Take it with a fucking grain of salt. I mean, Asmongold and Tectone were ostensibly friends with Emiru when they were a part of OTK, or then they were doing their whole like streamer shtick together. So they were friends with one another. But then again, like people who are willing to just walk up to women streamers that they have weird parasocial relationships and just assault them are, for the most part, weirdo misogynists that have, let's be quite honest here, been helped and sort of like cultivated by a lot of the economic problems that we are currently facing. Yeah, we're doing the fucking leftard, lefty fucking bullshit analysis because it is an important facet to take a look at in terms of what catalyzes this form of behavior. This is an important frame of analysis. Given this sort of like isolation and balkanization, the fact that people are not able to form a community with one another, people are having less and less friends, more and more so, because it's harder and harder and harder than ever to fucking socialize. It makes a lot of sense that you're going to have a lot of these weirdos who only have parasocial relationships with a streamer online or some shit, and they are going to want to do an assault like this. This is not like off-color behavior. Stuff like this has happened before in the past with, like, you know, Amaranth. And there's also a lot of women streamers who have had been drugged at fucking bars before because of, like, weirdo fucking parasocial fans, right? And they got drugged, they got fucking roofied, and in some cases, well, I think in most cases, nothing ended up happening to them. Thank God for that, because they were around friends, yada, 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 who kept them safe, blah, 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 blah. You know, as has been said earlier before, if you leave a drink at a bar, it's not your drink anymore, right? Because you can get fucking roofied, blah blah blah. You know, that all aside. But yeah, it's just interesting because it's all about the root causes, root basis. Again, we could talk about the wage productivity gap. We could talk about the general sort of like terrible form the economy has right now, the death of subjectivity, critical thinking, education, broadly speaking. These are all compounding factors that snowball into creating more and more situations like this. Because, again, more and more instances of this is happening because people's material conditions on the ground are not being addressed. And that's the main fucking problem here. Like, let's keep it a buck fucking 50. If you don't do anything to help cultivate community within these, like, really weird, lonely fucking men, like, more and more incidents like this are gonna happen. It's all, like, sort of generated out of, like, really poor social development habits because of the broader sense of community being commodified away, and also just being non-existent, and social media being the only thing that fucking fills that gap. And we all know about all the weirdos and freak charlatans and grifters that exist online, pushing incredibly idiotic, like, misogynist fucking propaganda to basically have these, like, parasocial fucking weirdos think women as fucking lesser. Because, again, a normal person doesn't just go up and randomly go up to a woman and just start trying to kiss them. No, there's a problem with that. There's a broader sociological issue that is at play here. And again, with all the stuff that I mentioned before, those all have a part to play. But anywho, Emiru says the head of security at Amazon and the head of risk at Twitch initially gave the suspect a 30-day ban, again, basing it off of the indefinite ban. So again, they lied about that, so that's cool. So they were going to give him a 30-day ban until her team pushed for indefinite ban. Why the fuck would you say it's a 30-day? Hello? Are you actually fucking insane? No, you fucking arrest and potentially try to get that fucking guy in jail because he just tried to assault a woman. It's probably not going to fucking last for all that long. I don't think, like, punitive sort of, like, justice might not... I don't think that's necessarily going to work. Indefinite ban, absolutely. 30-day... Like, the 30-day ban? Get the fuck out of here. Like, complete fucking nonsense. Only a 30-day for that shit? Stupid. Arresting the guy? Absolutely. I don't think they're going to, like, throw him in fucking jail or anything. Like, I don't think so. It's like a one-off lone wolf kind of a thing. And also... given the sort of laws that exist in California with, like, no cash bail, blah, 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 and all this, like, the prison reform that's trying to happen, like, I don't think the guy's going to be thrown in behind bars. I don't think so, nor do I think that's going to be an effective outcome. And like you're saying, Boy Meets Minnie, yeah, rehab, and fucking therapy is what is specifically needed. But yeah, she also revealed that key Twitch representatives were out partying last night. Well, you know, many such cases. What's this?
Okay, I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
Genuinely insane, by the way. 30 days from the online platform for 30 fucking days. By the way, like, just to go into the fact, because this is the bare fucking minimum, right? The 30-day, like, indefinite ban shit. Here's the thing, and this is another point that a lot of other women streamers are bringing up. What stops the guy from just making another account under another fucking email and just going about and still harassing more women? Who's the sort of, like, basically, what's gonna stop that guy from doing that, Twitch? You have to fucking just nuke him from fucking orbit, like, IP fucking ban and shit. You can't just, like, say like, oh yeah, you know, we're just gonna do like this little initial thing and just ban and do an indefinite ban on his account. Get the fuck out of here. And yeah, that's a great fucking point there, Boy Meets Mini. Yeah, I got a 30-day initially that whittled down to 7 after an appeal for advocating for non-violence. Nothing happened to the chud who reported me and was making clear threats in that chat. Yep, I believe that was specifically in Sad Girl's chat, right? When we, I believe, raided into her channel specifically. And there was like a freak that showed up in her channel. Many such cases. And yeah, that dude fucking reported you. And you got a fucking 30-day ban for it. Genuinely fucking insane. But, you know, whatever. Like, we have to accommodate for all the parasocial weirdo chuds that fucking exist on the goddamn platform because money. Yeah, because of fucking money. That's the overall main sort of criticism that you have to point to. It's all because of profit motive bullshit. If you can sacrifice the safety of creators and the necessary security apparatus and needed in order to help protect them at your biggest fucking event for the year, you know, whatever, we can cut those corners. It save us a couple bucks. It's great. It's fantastic. And if we can only just, I don't know, go for like a 30-day ban, that's fine. Again, there's nothing that's stopping him from just creating another account and continuing to harass more fucking women. Because again, the dude's still a parasocial fucking weirdo. He's not gonna really face any actual consequences. Like I said before, you detain him and you put him to fucking rehab. Therapy is what is needed there, okay? Not just an indefinite fucking ban. That's not gonna be enough. Like, that's like the bare fucking minimum. But, you know, whatever. That would actually cost some money to do shit like that. So, we're not gonna do that. This is a pretty real reaction.
What? And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they change it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are,
Jesus Christ. You came at a great time, Durandi. She got sexually assaulted. Some dude randomly cut in line and tried to go up and fucking kiss her. Yeah. Sexual assault.
the head of
And also, Twitch is just heavily mismanaging the fucking goddamn situation.
security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch.
Actually insane, dude.
Also, later.
It's complete corporate mismanagement through and fucking through. Again, not willing to pay for fucking security because you just want to save a couple extra bucks. That's what it fucking is. Guys, lefty libcuck analysis here. But corporations are kind of bad guys.
Later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
I guess this is, she's saying that while the negotiations are happening. Very, very fucking cool. They're just, like, trying to shirk responsibility. Oh, yeah, we've already seen this. But, we have, specifically, our boy, the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, doing an interview with Taylor Lorenz, talking about, the situation that literally just happened. I'm very, very interested to see what exactly is being said here, because again, buck stops with him. He needs to take full fucking responsibility for the fact that one of his largest content creators that he, was partially having to go into a coercive situation with that meet and greet in order to have her fucking TwitchCon show. Whatever. We've already mentioned that, how that's a bad situation, and this could have probably all been prevented if that were not the case. But then again, greedy corporations got a fucking greedy corporation. They gotta get their fucking cash cows in order to make as much money in ticket sales for their fucking convention, now don't they? Because that's what it's all about in reality for these motherfuckers. And just not willing to basically go ahead with the necessary security protocols and measures to protect said fucking content creators. all because they wanted to save an extra fucking buck. And they were afraid of a fucking lawsuit that they would have easily fucking trounced these weirdos in. What do we have here?
And others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, you know, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch content creators said that they were too scared to even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is the top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch. It extends throughout our society. I do.
Okay. He's not wrong when he says that. This is also the broader criticism that I also have as well. You have a lot of money, because this is the fucking difference. You are a profitable, I guess profitable, I'm not sure about that. You're a corporation that has the backing of fucking Amazon. You have trillions upon trillions of dollars of wealth at your fucking disposal, and you can't fucking hire some security guards? Are you fucking for real? No, this is wholeheartedly just complete fucking corporate mismanagement through and through. Like, seriously, you're a multi-billion-dollar fucking corporation that was bought out by a multi-trillion-dollar fucking tech company, and you can't fucking shill out, I don't know, a couple tens of thousands of fucking bucks for fucking security detail. Fuck out of here with this bullshit.
Think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay.
Complete fucking deflection. What the fuck do you mean? How, like, first off, you can't do that in real life. You can do that in a chat, yeah, sure. If I wanted to ban Boy Meets Mini for whatever reason, I can just click the Dawn of Hammer button and just, boom, make him fucking disappear. I can fucking do that for whatever reason if I wanted to be like a complete asshat, okay? If I want to call in the Exterminatus button, I can call in the fucking Exterminatus button. Yeah, sure, fuck it. YOLO swag 420. That doesn't work in real life. How does Emiru know who that fucking particular parasocial weirdo chatter is? She has tens of thousands of viewers, or at least thousands of viewers, whenever she streams every fucking day. She's not going to know who that particular individual is. This is a, like I said, complete fucking deflection.
Okay, it's very different, you know, when I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. You know, we're looking very closely at everything.
Cap. Like, literally, your own fucking statement, bro. You fucking lied. You didn't immediately block the individual. You literally didn't fucking have law enforcement and security respond to the incident whatsoever, as per Emiru's fucking testimony. Lies. It's just a lie. He's just lying. This is actually insane. And the indefinite ban came after Emiru was just like, or her team rather, said like, only a 30-day ban? No, this is an indefinite fucking ban. You don't allow this fucking behavior to be cultivated, which is the correct position, which is actually fucking insane. Like, these motherfuckers seemingly don't care about their content creators whatsoever. Wouldn't surprise me from Amazon, of course. Amazon treats all their fucking warehouse workers like complete fucking dog shit. I guess that sort of corporate culture from Amazon is now seeped completely into Twitch, where they don't give a fuck about their contractors that they need in order to make money for them as a company.
Thing that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done, because that's the world we live in now.
Emmy had posted
just a complete shirking of responsibility there. I mean, I guess it's reasonable for Dan Clancy. Okay, like, let's try to analyze this through the lens of Twitch for a second. for Dan for a second. More than likely, he was not present during the incident, right? And seemingly all the Twitch security staff there did not do their due diligence whatsoever. So, I mean, there's a particular problem there. That's a broader sort of issue there, specifically with either their training or the people that they hired, blah, 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 blah. That's a whole other fucking shebang. In terms of his response, I guess technically speaking, like, he was not there. He couldn't have necessarily done anything himself in order to prevent what was happening. But the problem is like, in the company's fucking official statements, you guys are fucking lying about the fact that you implemented your fucking security protocols. You didn't escort the guy. The guy was able to just walk off free. No problem, wasn't escorted, could have potentially gone after another female streamer. That's entirely a possibility. We're just operating in the world of hypotheticals. All of these things are technically fucking possible. And again, like, they were not initially even indefinitely fucking banned. It would have gone a 30-day ban initially, which is just genuinely fucking insane. Which I mean, should pretty much tell you everything that you need to fucking know. It's all about fucking profit for these people overall. Like, they just want to make as much money as fucking possible. That's the main fucking issue here. And you're not willing to take responsibility for any of that. Like, you could just admit it. And you probably should just admit it. Because that's what it's all about in the end. All about that fucking ad money. That's what it's about. And you're just willing to let, I don't know, poor treatment be done to your fucking goddamn creators just because you wanted to save a couple extra bucks on either legal fees or security people? Yeah, okay, bro. Nice fucking meme.
Earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. Like, you know, it is very secure, but here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups are...
That's a good point there by Taylor Lorenz, right? Yeah, you don't often see a lot of journalists on TwitchCon. That's a little interesting. I wonder why that might be the case. Now, I can do a bit of a straw man here and just say, like, who cares about, like, the fans potentially doing fucking terrible shit on and around TwitchCon, but if that gets fucking reported by the press, and whatever, like, sussy shit might happen at the venue gets reported by the press, that might kind of look bad for us. Right? That's like the straw man argument there. But the sort of like idea that, I don't know, they have to give like more restrictions specifically for fucking journalists is incredibly fucking peculiar to me. Like, why? Why is that the case? And they're just lax on security as a result because there's not many journalists? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's one of those situations where it's like make it make sense. And it's either, I think, because they're afraid of a fucking lawsuit, or they're just not willing to pay for the fucking goddamn security. Like, that's all that I can think of. It's one of those two fucking things. And I can also strawman and say, like, they just don't give a shit about their fucking creators, which is also a possibility. Like, they're willing to fucking lie about that. So, like, that's also possible.
You know, issues like this have happened.
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right? And so, you know, we try.
The fuck do you mean putting themselves out there? Like, are you trying to blame the content creators for this? Like, what? You're trying to blame the creators for this, huh? Brother, like, it's not the creators' fault that the current state of the world is in the way that it is right now, and they're willing to cultivate fucking parasocial relationships. Like, that's something that's just going to inevitably fucking happen whether they like it or not. If they are someone putting themselves out publicly, they're going to just have a parasocial relationship is just going to form. Whether you fucking like it or not, it is up to you, again, to provide for the safety of the fucking goddamn streamers. That is your responsibility as the CEO. with people in power and positions of power to help provide fucking, well, security for these people. What? Why would you just say it's because of the streamer cultivating parasocial relationships? It's just like, fuck out of here with this bullshit, man. It's the inevitable consequence of fucking live streaming. You should fucking know this, Dan. You've engaged with the fucking platform. It's complete fucking nonsense.
I try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, specifics or details, but part of that is working with creators and, trying to find them. Right now, we're definitely, ramping it up to make sure creators know that we have the resources there to help them figure out what's right for them.
Oh, I'm sure, just because you've had lax security fucking protocols. Yeah, because you just got, everyone, start spamming it. Caught. They got caught. They got caught with their fucking pants down, and they're just like, fuck. Shit. We decided to have give more fucking problems specifically for journalists to come in, and now I don't know. Now weirdo freaks can come in because of our rather lax security protocols in terms of protecting creators, in comparison to I don't know, not letting journalists in. Specifically, it's actually fucking insane to me that he would fucking say this shit. It's actually crazy. Again, I'm going to say this just as a quick aside. Be wary of the charlatan and freak that's trying to bring down Twitch. People like Tectone and fucking Asmongold. They have a very obvious invested fucking interest to try to take down Twitch, specifically due to the fact that they've been actively shunned from that fucking community. So again, watch out for fucking charlatans like this that are going to try to overblow this and try to create some form of an adpocalypse. This is not meant to be a defense of fucking Twitch. This is mostly meant to just be wary of the fucking grifter who may be willing to lie about a lot of this stuff. But again, full responsibility should be put onto Twitch here specifically. Like, they fucked up, and it's just a broader sort of general mismanagement here. Yeah, 1000%, Boy Meets Mini. They are just going to weaponize this instead of being a part of the necessary fucking change. Like, they're just going to weaponize this to attack creators that they don't fucking like. They are charlatans and freaks. Do not believe anything that they say. But yeah. What else is there to really say here besides the fact that Twitch, you fucked up real bad, and you're fucking deciding to lie about it, about not wanting to protect your fucking goddamn creators, and just letting, I don't know, seemingly some parasocial fucking goddamn weirdo come in and just try to sexually assault Emiru instead of, I don't know, protecting her and giving the necessary protection needed for that coercive meet and greet to happen. Because again, we've talked about that before. The meet and greet was fucking coercive. She wanted to keep her show, but was forced to have to do a fucking meet and greet. This is textbook coercive behavior, right? You're being forced to have to do a thing in order to bring in all the bucks, to bring in all the fucking fans, and then, you can do your fucking show, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, classic fucking case of just dipshit fucking corporate mismanagement from Twitch here in particular. And whoa, you're telling me, Daho, that corporations are willing to cut any, and I mean any, and I mean any sort of service necessary that might cut into some potential fucking profits? Oh my god, say it ain't so, Daho. Oh my god, you're so correct, and you're so based, and you're such a... and your dick is fucking gigantic. Okay, very cool and very good. The bit aside, it should go without saying, Twitch, you fucked up real fucking bad here, and you have some fucking fixes that you need to do if you want to fucking ingratiate yourself. Instead of fucking doing seemingly weird victim-blamey shit, maybe, just maybe, instead of doing that, you should be taking responsibility for your actions. You're a fucking multi-billion-dollar corporation. You can probably weather a fucking lawsuit if a security guard fucking roughs up some weirdo parasocial freak a little too much, despite the fact that the security guard would be in the right in that particular instance. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say besides, you fucked up real bad here, Twitch. Real bad.